A room without books is like a body without a soul. If we are not ashamed to think it, we should not be ashamed to say it. Friendship improves happiness, and abates misery, by doubling our joys, and dividing our grief. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. The authority of those who teach is often an obstacle to those who want to learn. The life given us, by nature is short, but the memory of a well-spent life is eternal. I am not ashamed to confess I am ignorant of what I do not know. Your enemies can kill you, but only your friends can hurt you. Law applied to its extreme is the greatest injustice. Any man can make mistakes, but only an idiot persists in his error. Knowledge which is divorced from justice may be called cunning rather than wisdom. Though silence is not necessarily an admission, it is not a denial either. Nobody can give you wiser advice than yourself. If you heed yourself, you'll never go wrong. It is the peculiar quality of a fool to perceive the faults of others and to forget his own. Time obliterates the fictions of opinion and confirms the decisions of nature. A mind without instruction can no more bear fruit than can a field, however fertile, without cultivation. Diseases of the soul are more dangerous and more numerous than those of the body. In a republic this rule ought to be observed, that the majority should not have the predominant power. A mental stain can neither be blotted out by the passage of time nor washed away by any waters. I have always been of the opinion that unpopularity earned by doing what is right is not unpopularity at all, but glory. The mind becomes accustomed to things by the habitual sight of them, and neither wonders nor inquires about the reasons for things it sees all the time. If you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. With confidence, you have won even before you have started. The closer the collapse of the empire, the crazier its laws are. If you would abolish covetousness, you must abolish its mother, profusion. Every man can tell how many goats or sheep he possesses, but not how many friends. The wise are instructed by reason, average minds by experience, the stupid by necessity and the brute by instinct. No power on earth, if it labors beneath the burden of fear, can possibly be strong enough to survive. To be ignorant of what occurred before you were born is to remain always a child. Freedom will bite back more fiercely when suspended than when she remains undisturbed. When you are aspiring to the highest place, it is honorable to reach the second or even the third rank. There are no snares more dangerous than those which lurk under the guise of duty or the name of relationship. In all matters, before beginning, a diligent preparation should be made. The causes of events are ever more interesting than the events themselves. Love is the attempt to form a friendship inspired by beauty. For what I lack in experience I make up for in diligence. No one can be a sound judge if he does not give due weight to convincing suspicions. It's not by strength or speed or swiftness of body that great deeds are done, but by wisdom, character, and sober judgment. The purpose of education is to free the student from the tyranny of the present. My conscience has more weight for me than the opinion of the whole world. It is useless to know what shall come to pass. It is a miserable thing to be tormented to no purpose. An unjust peace is better than a just war. No power is strong enough to be lasting if it labors under the weight of fear. In tragedy anything comic is a blemish, and in comedy anything tragic is ugly. A hatred not shown and which remains concealed is to be feared more than that which is openly voiced. I do not understand what the man who is happy wants in order to be happier. Justice is the mistress and queen of all the virtues. The man to open his ears widest to flatterers is he who first flatters himself and is fondest of himself. To study philosophy is nothing but to prepare one's self to die. It is foolish to tear one's hair in grief, as though sorrow would be made less by baldness. The nobler a man, the harder it is for him to suspect inferiority in others.